Hello, my name is Kristy Walsh. Today is December 9th, 2022, and I will be doing Lesson 8. Lesson 8. My mind is preoccupied with past thoughts. This idea is, of course, the reason why you see only the past. No one really sees anything. He sees only his thoughts projected outward. The mind's preoccupation with the past is the cause of the misconception about time from which your seeing suffers. Your mind cannot grasp the present, which is the only time there is. It is therefore cannot understand time and cannot in fact understand anything. The only wholly true thought one can hold about the past is that it is not here. To think about it at all is therefore to think about illusions. Very few have realized what is actually entailed in picturing the past or in anticipating the future. The mind is actually blank when it does this, because it is not really thinking about anything. The purpose of the exercises for today is to begin to train your mind to recognize when it is not really thinking at all. While thoughtless ideas preoccupy your mind, the truth is blocked. Recognizing that your mind has been merely blank rather than believing that it is filled with real ideas is the first step to opening the way to vision. The exercises for today should be done with eyes closed. This is because you actually cannot see anything, and it is easier to recognize that no matter how vividly you may picture a thought, you're not seeing anything. With as little investment as possible, search your mind for the usual minute or so, merely noting the thoughts you find there. Name each one by the central figure or theme it contains, and pass on to the next. Introduce the practice period by saying, I seem to be thinking about blank. Then name each of your thoughts specifically. For example, I seem to be thinking about name of the person, about name of an object, about name of an emotion, and so on, concluding at the end of the mind-searching period with, but my mind is preoccupied with past thoughts. This can be done 4 or 5 times during the day unless you find it irritates you. If you find that trying 3 or 4 times is sufficient. You might find it helpful, however, to include your irritation or any emotion that the idea for today may induce in the mind searching itself. So again, for the practice, you would say, I seem to be thinking about blank. I seem to be thinking about this book, but my mind is preoccupied with past thoughts. Now I will read the commentary. So my mind is preoccupied with past thoughts. You are a week into the new training, this mind transformation program. As you use your free will, the most powerful creative device in the universe, and choose to question the way you look at the world, this precipitates transformation in the world. The way you see the world comes from you. When you don't question the past experiences on which you base your decisions, you always create the same thing. If that thing does not suit you, then you develop unhealthy patterns of behavior that cause suffering. When you begin to question your decision-making abilities based on your past experience, as in, when I'm thinking about the past, I'm not really thinking about anything, you are imagining. You use your imagination when you relive or mull something over. You go back through your own filters of thought to a time and place when you made a decision about something, whether good, bad, or indifferent, and you bring that past recollection into the present and contaminate the present moment. You need to leave the present free and clear to create a new thing with a clarified mind. Become more present, more accepting of the present moment, because this is where everything happens. If you bring your past ideas into this present moment and base your present decisions and judgments on past experience, you get the same thing over and over again. Presence is what we want to cultivate here. You begin to see the time you spend in future ruminations and past regrets as a waste of your creative energy. This amounts to nothing but a waste of the present moment, the only moment you have for your creative mind to play. Do not contaminate the present moment. When you feel sadness, depression, or pain, you have left the present moment. You think about what bad thing might come to you. You worry about or regret the past and the time you have wasted. You still waste your time when you look back at the past and think it should have been different. This helps with the forgiveness practice, which this course cultivates in your consciousness. Because if you don't keep regurgitating past wounds or sins that people might have committed against you, then you will not hate them. When you meet them, you do so in the present moment, free to accept them as they are. Harboring hatred and unforgiveness means you cannot meet people as they are in this moment. You're always layering what they have done and said, or shouldn't have done and said, between you and them, and you live an untrue idea of those people. To live in the moment is a very loving thing. This lesson is a very loving practice. You begin to free not only yourself of the illusions of past and future, but also those people you meet from your past judgments and decisions about them. You begin to meet them perhaps for the first time, free and clear of judgment. In that moment, you have a true and honest interaction with them, and this is cultivated over time. When you meet people with whom you share resentments, you have a feeling of negativity because these past misdeeds have been fought and nurtured. As you begin to let go of these past wounds, judgments, and stories involving your parents, ex-lovers, and partners, you can also release the future stories of poverty, homelessness, job loss, or betrayal. The illusory ideas contaminate your mind in the present and cause suffering. These lessons free you from the prison of thoughts that hurt you. It is a powerful process indeed. Thank you so much and have a great day. I will see you tomorrow. Bye now.